Welcome back to the Just Saying podcast on this lovely Thursday night with Sal, your pal.
Hey!
And Mykigee. What's good?
Mykigee's back.
Hey, I've been back. Been keeping it low key.
Yeah.
So yeah, last week we kind of just, we went right into it. Just get back in the game. We've been out a little. Well, I've been out. He's been going hard.
Yeah, just, keeping the whole podcast thing going.
So yeah, we kind of had a random conversation last time.
We didn't plan it at all. People like that though.
Yeah,
people dug it.
The spontaneousness.
Yeah, before that, I had an interview with my friend Chloe Hewitt, who had a storefront on Etsy where she sells funny quotes and cross stitchings. And before that, me and Amanda did a bunch of them. So this whole podcast thing is going good. I'm having a good time. Glad that you're back on board, because I know me, you, and Amanda kind of agreed that we're all gonna do this ourselves, or we were all gonna be a part of it, or it's gonna be like a whole thing, like a project.
No, of course, yeah. But yeah, you need a solid squad. You need a crew to work with.
Yeah, exactly.
Like obviously you can do podcasts by yourself.
I tried doing the podcast by myself and it did not work at all.
But it's not as exciting. Conversations, can be dull. Yeah, you can do the odd interview on Skype and whatnot. But no, you always need a co-host.
Yeah, exactly. When I first started this podcast, and I know I go off on it all the time, or like I think I've talked about it in a bunch of them, but I had this whole plan in place when it first started that I would have like a bunch of people that get together every week and just talk about stuff, and it never really came to be. And I already started the podcast, and I had to keep going with it. So I just at the first couple podcasts, I had to hustle and find interviews and get them done, and it was kind of a pain in the butt, but I made it this far, so it's all good.
Yeah, we got the pretty good feedback so far.
Yeah, for sure. I got one of my episodes got 500 views. It's actually really cool.
Yeah, for just starting off, that's great.
Yeah, people are digging it, and I'm getting offers to collaborate, and it's cool. It works.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what we're going to be putting out in the future. We're gonna revamp a little. I think.
For sure.
Me, you, and Amanda are gonna get a new logo going. Maybe
new branding.
New branding as well. Yeah, for sure.
Because the logo I have now is actually a placeholder. Well, it wasn't really a placeholder, but it was my friend made it, and then I remade it, and it was just kind of I'm still trying to get there.
You're fixing the little problems and bugs here and there.
Yeah, exactly. Learning as you go.
Learning as you go. Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, I have a sick little idea in my head for a potential logo.
I got a lot of good things coming. I can't really talk about them now. I texted you and Amanda today. I'm just the podcast has a future, and can't wait to share this information with people. But I got a few people that I'm close with knows what's going on the podcast side of things. But yeah, I know that there's going to be a future with this, and I'm going to keep going with it. And if people want to hear what we have to say, then you can subscribe and talking. I'm good at that.
Yeah, for now we're just kicking it. Me, Sal, and Amanda. Just got the Yeti mic, got the laptop set up, our own makeshift sound booth here.
Yeah, I don't know what we did here. We're stacked VHS tapes and beer bottles and a piece of cardboard to block it. But hey, it works.
It works.
Amanda's off. She's exhausted from exams. Good
riddance. Good thing we're not in school. We don't have to worry about that.
Whatever happened with that? I know you went for psychology.
Mm-hmm.
And then you went for so you put that on hiatus. Yeah, exactly.
And I'm just I'm just gonna get out of here before I'm even in more debt.
oh, okay. That makes
you know what I
sense,
mean?
Yeah.
If I'm not enjoying what I'm doing, I'm not gonna keep paying from the money working.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but I'm not complaining though. School is good. Stay in school, kids.
Yeah, don't do drugs.
Yeah, don't do drugs. No.
Don't smoke cigarettes.
Smoke.
No, I'm kidding. What am I saying? Smoke the e-cigarettes.
And that's what we're talking about today.
Mike, you're really big into vaping.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a great alternative.
When you redraw the logo, you have to draw you with the vape.
yeah.
And just have the smoke, and the smoke would be like our thought bubble.
Just do the smoke will be that
it's illegal.
You know that Goku pose with the arms behind the head?
Yeah,
Just do that with the e-cig sticking out the side. Looking all casual. But anyways, it
works.
No, I think it's a great alternative. It's a booming industry. We briefly spoke about it on the previous podcast, but it wasn't very detailed, very accurate things, but we're really going into it a little bit more today.
Yeah, Amanda gave her whole story about where she's coming from and her social work stuff. So I thought, hey, why not have you talk about your vaping and
what we're doing? I guess, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It works.
But no, it's not like a lifestyle or anything.
Well, it's a hobby.
It's a hobby. It's like a culture. There's a culture to it. Kind of like if you were to and partake in marijuana. There's a culture to that, same way.
We don't say you should, but
yeah,
we don't condone that.
You can do what you want.
Yeah, dude, you're your own person.
Yeah, we're not gonna tell you what you want to do and what you should do and whatever. You do what you want.
Yeah.
Anyways, but
so vaping is safer than smoking cigarettes.
Well,
is that true?
Well, like the vapor is a lot more denser than cigarette smoke, so your lungs don't absorb it like a cigarette would or marijuana smoke. So you're just inhaling the glycerin, vegetable glycerin, propylene glycol, and then right back out. And now, like, people were skeptical about propylene glycol being an ingredient, and it's an antifreeze.
It's better than tar and whatever's in cigarettes.
I know when I talk to people. Well, nicotine's still in this stuff. You can choose to get no nicotine.
Yeah, you can get no nicotine stuff, which is kind of cool.
That's what I have with me today because Sal's not a nicotine guy.
Yeah, I don't want to get addicted to that.
Personally, I like my nicotine.
Yeah.
Just get that nice little whoosh, good to go. But
good for quitting smoking too.
No, definitely good for quitting smoking. I don't know. What do you know about it?
I know when it first started, we just had like the small like little battery powered vape things. Like you can go to the corner store and get like a disposable like e-cig with like whatever in it. Use it once or a couple times and just throw it away.
Oh yeah, those. Yeah, I remember those.
I know my mom has like an e-cig where you just charge it and it looks like a cigarette.
Yeah,
but she doesn't use it.
Yeah, those ones are called cartomizers. Those are like the thing in the little piece that you put on there with the juice is called a cartomizer. And then the new ones now that you build yourself, the new ones now are called atomizers or tank atomizers or rebuildable dripper atomizers. There's many atomizers now. Cartomizers were these little replaceable ones you throw out. They're probably the lowest end of the lowest quality you can get.
They're not really considered vape, right?
Well, no, they are. It's just they're not. It's just such a low amount of vapor and low quality. Like they die out on you like in a day if you want. Or these ones can last. Like any habit, someone who casually hits it, someone who just chronically hits it.
Yeah. So why would someone want to buy a box like a giant 30-watt device for this? Like, what are the downsides to it?
Well, yeah,
and the upsides.
Well, they are. This one is big because it takes two 18650 batteries.
Oh wow!
So they're like it's a nice little magnet door. You hear that little click. Anyways,
that's awesome.
You can get smaller ones that take one, or you can get
that's cool.
Yeah, you can get companies that have their own lithium-ion batteries built in, and you can't remove them at all like these ones. And when these box mods, they started off like really big. People would build them themselves, build the electronics themselves. This one is a Sigelli 100 watt. There's a microchip in there. It's regulated. It prevents the batteries from being overworked. It doesn't cause any explosions. Because I know there is some, like with mechanical mods, there are some people are worried about the battery, taking care of your battery, and it could potentially explode on you. I've actually seen I haven't seen a video of it exploding, but I've seen aftermath pictures and a guy's hand that it exploded in, and it was just all purple.
Wow.
He got very lucky. Actually, you know what we'll do in the description? I'll get Sal to do it when we post it, but I will link, it's a guy, he purposely lights the battery and he controls the explosion, but you get to see how big of an explosion the battery is.
Wow, okay.
So we'll link that, and we'll also link some websites that we'll talk about in a little bit.
True. Okay.
For those who are wondering. Yeah, so what I was meant to say, I trailed off a little, was that even though this one's kind of big, they have big batteries, they shrunk down the size of these mods. They're very small, they fit in like the palm of your hand. There's like a lot of different things in the market that you can pick, you can customize like the way you want it. True. You don't have to get a very big setup. I just wanted a big setup because I thought it looked cool.
Would you describe like vaping? Because I see this big box and I see like a little tank of like what looks like syrup.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like syrup that you put in these things?
You know what? That is a good way. That does look like maple syrup. Yeah. Okay. Last summer, that's what it was. We went to Selwood Beach. Went to your cottage.
Yeah.
And I had like a really early setup. At that time I just kind of started.
Yeah, a small one.
A small little setup, and I was hitting it, and some lady's like, "Is he smoking weed?" And I was like,
"Oh yeah." We walked by, and people were like, "What was that?"
Yeah, what was that? And I was just like, "Oh, of course, it's that new." Even at work, I would always be...
it's that new. That's exactly,
People would question me, like, what is that? What are you doing? I'd be like, oh, sorry, I'm just, I'm fixing up my mod, cleaning it up. And then I have to explain to them what it is. Some people find it cool, and then other people be like,
"You doing drugs, where?
What the heck is that?"
It was the funniest. The funniest thing was when we were just chilling in my basement working on stuff, and my dad just came down. He's like, "What are you smoking right now?" Because he sees the smoke and he thinks you're actually burning something.
Yeah,
but it's just vapor.
Yeah, I'd never do that.
Which is so funny.
Imagine that, just walking to someone's house and just smoking in there.
Yeah, well, that's what he thought. He freaked out. That was so funny, though. Yeah. And you were, like, scared. It was hilarious. You're just like, oh, no, it's a vape. It's vapor. It's vapor.
Yeah, no, I don't want to get the wrong idea.
What is this? And, like, not smoking vapor is better than smoking vapor, but...
Well, one...
like, inhaling vapor and compared to smoking cigarettes or anything like that...
It sounds like a good alternative.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
There is nothing to prove yet. There's no long-term studies yet.
Okay.
We gotta wait at least 10 years. It's been out for like, I think 7 years, around 7 years now. It's kind of been a thing. Yeah, we have to wait for those tests. But, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so the one thing you have to think about with smoke, it's a carcinogen, so it contributes to cancer. This is vapor. You're not filling your lungs with a carcinogen. We don't know that it's not a carcinogen yet. So for now, I guess we're just kind of going with that. Yeah, it feels like, I don't know, my sense of taste came back. I can go for runs and I don't have a shortness of breath as much as I did when I smoked.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a cigarette, like I remember I'd be like walking, dragging my cigarette and like be out of breath. I'm like, whoa, this sucks. Why am I doing this?
And you have to go outside or something to smoke a cigarette and stuff like that. With your vape, you can smoke anywhere. I don't know if your managers would understand. Because I know where I work, if they see me doing that, they'd be like, okay, I don't understand what that is, but it looks like perception is reality, I guess, what they would say. Mm-hmm. It looks like you're smoking, and I don't want someone walking by and seeing that you're smoking, so they'd be like, get outside with that. But in reality, you're just essentially exhaling.
Yeah, but
air.
Yeah, it's like, vapor, yeah.
Yeah, just vapor.
No, you are right, though. In a workplace... There was a bill that was passed at the beginning of January that around the same time of like no smoking on patios. Remember that? Do you remember the time frame of that?
Yeah,
it was kind of like beginning of January.
Yeah, they it's a bylaw, that new bylaw for Hamilton.
Mm-hmm. So same time, and wherever there's a no smoking sign, you can't like hit your e-cig there because there's still nicotine in.
Oh yeah.
You like, even though you say you're hitting a 0, they don't care. Like anyone can say that, there's no nicotine in it, but there is. Like,
it's easier for them to say don't smoke it at all than
look for people.
Let me see if you've been smoking are you smoking nicotine in this one? You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah. So like
stupid, but
like definitely, like there's people in my hotel, they'd be sitting in the lobby or at where I worked. They'd be sitting there on the laptop, and then I see them with the e-cigs and they're hitting it. I don't care personally, but if my manager saw that, he'd be like, "You can't do that here."
No, it doesn't affect anything.
But they don't understand, right? Like,
exactly.
They see me hitting this out back, and they're like, "What are you doing?"
It's like people who don't understand the internet. They're like, "You can't do this," and it's like, that's not how the internet works.
Yeah, it's like, you read that off the internet. It's like, that's false.
Wait, everyone can read this? Everyone in the world can read this?
Yeah, it's like,
I've had problems with that where like people would be like, I would send something in a message to someone, and then someone would see it who doesn't know anything about the internet and be like, oh, so anyone in the internet can see this one thing that you posted, you sent to someone, right? It's like, no.
No.
Some people just don't understand the internet.
Yeah, like...
Just saying.
No, it's true. Actually, you just reminded me of something. One of my buddies was telling me about how there's a potential law that's going to be released that you can actually like self-incriminate yourself with the things that you post on your social networks. So if you post yourself with a big old bag of something special, like you can potentially incriminate yourself doing that now. Well, not now, but he told me he read something about it.
Everything will be linked to your
Yeah, for sure. And I'll definitely put a link up for that as well if anyone else is interested.
Links everywhere.
Links.
The Facebook, the YouTube listeners will like that.
Yeah,
people love links in the description.
Oh, no, of course. Actually, no, that's what we'll do. We'll have all the links in the YouTube version of this post.
Okay, just the YouTube? Yeah, we'll just do the YouTube because iTunes is kind of hard because
exactly.
There's no hyperlinks when you're downloading it, the feed. It's just all text when you read the description. Yeah,
for sure. You can do it in Podbean. Keep it to YouTube.
Yeah, I'll just keep it to YouTube. Yeah, because well, I could do it in Podbean too, but YouTube would make more sense.
Yeah,
I'm kind of hoping my YouTube following gets more better, but like I just got a new subscriber. I'm like, yes, I got a subscriber.
Yeah.
I'm up to 3 now, or 3 or 4. Our YouTube following is getting better, so.
No, of course. Once the whole rebranding, the revamp.
Yeah. I'm gonna put up a Twitter. I'm gonna put up a Facebook.
Of course, yeah.
I'm gonna go hard with it because I actually have like a proof of concept of like.
Yeah, no, like I definitely wanna.
Yeah.
I'll definitely run. I'm always on Twitter with my own personal one.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I'm definitely gonna be running that and.
Oh yeah.
Do what I can for that.
Exactly. So now you're taking a hit of the vape.
Yeah, this is nice. Oh yeah, here, try this out. It's
What is it?
it's the cola gummy flavor. You know those little Coca-Cola
Yeah, the
gummies?
from the yeah.
Yeah, tastes like
Yo, that's tasty.
very tasty. The flavors are getting crazy.
Yeah, people are getting aggressive with.
I like
doing
that though. You know, it's like they're making like a.
I'm smoking like a cigar.
Yeah, they treat it like it's a craft. It is a craft, but
artistry.
Yeah, like all these people now are just kind of they'll come up with a line of juices, the generic flavors, the tobacco, the fruits, the coffee.
Yeah.
Then they'll come with a line of like very distinct, like on the inhale it tastes like coffee and cream, on the exhale it tastes like a chocolate croissant or.
That's cool.
They're getting very diverse, very layered in flavors. And yeah. What was I gonna say though?
I think I held that one.
See that? Oh, that cough just reminded me. At first, since it is a thicker, it's a lot denser than smoke.
Yeah.
It does at first. Your lungs are like, whoa, what is this?
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
But they get warm. I've noticed that they get warmed up to it. You should just. Everyone has a different liking to it. Some people like the really big clouds.
Yeah.
Other people like tanks and nice casual small hits.
Exactly.
You know, so that's what I like about it. It's very diverse, and you can like customize it very well.
Yeah, I would get one because I use it to like curb my hunger. Because if I'm hungry, I can just like eat the vapor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Some people like eat ice cubes when they're hungry just to like stop them from eating.
It's true. Yeah. But I got 2 flavors here. I was gonna get you to try them, but it turns out I don't have any cotton. I must have forgot to bring it.
It's all good. Yeah.
Yeah, that could be a good transition sound.
Oh, it would be.
What is this vape? So yeah, like I brought these 2 flavors here, and they're both zeros, and I wanted you I was gonna get you to try them, but I have a different flavor in the tank. This one is an organic. It's 100% vegetable glycerin, no propylene glycol. At first I was like, don't you need propylene glycol for the flavor? But, somehow they got the flavor naturally to stick with the vegetable glycerin.
Awesome. Wait, hold up to the mic so they can hear all like the little tiny, all the minute sounds.
Alright, so here's the bottle. Oh, little child lock there.
People are going to hear this on their headphones. They're like, ooh.
Got a little popping sound from the juice. Alright, yeah, here, give it a little whiff. This brand is called Velvet Cloud Vapor. The flavor is Night Shift, but it's a chocolate croissant coffee.
True,
and it's nice. A natural and organic e-liquid. So yeah, so I'll give it a smell, see what you think of it.
That smells delicious.
Yeah, I love the coffee flavors. Like,
yeah,
those are my favorites.
Does it have caffeine in it though? Like, would you actually be absorbing caffeine?
No, not at all.
Okay, so you're getting the taste of coffee without the side effect of coffee.
Yeah. So say you're craving that like Tim Hortons donut. I swear this would be a good alternative to that.
Oh man, it's true.
Yeah, the one thing I noticed with this one, when you drink a coffee with it, it brings out more of the chocolatey croissant taste. Because you're already drinking a coffee, it takes away the coffee taste.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good. A lot of vaping is good with coffee. That's all I'm gonna say. And if after so long you get vapor fatigue after the same flavor, the flavor starts to go away.
Yeah. How long does it like a little tank last? That'll be a week, right? To suck it dry.
No, I'd say it depends on your habit. If you're hitting it like casually throughout the, I say for you it probably lasts you like a week.
Oh, okay.
For me that would last me like a day or 2, depending. Like some days I don't touch it at all. I'm out and about doing things I don't really think about vaping. Some days when I'm at home working on like little projects.
You can do it anywhere too, that's awesome.
Yeah, too.
But yeah.
You can't really do it anywhere. Like I don't do it like when I'm walking around the mall, in a restaurant, or on a bus or anything. Like if I'm outside.
Yeah, because people don't know. Like people,
exactly.
You don't want that awkward like, excuse me, what are you doing?
And you just get it's new. Like the industry's really blowing up right now.
Yeah. Eventually, everyone will be doing it. But
yeah, like we're starting to notice it a lot more around the cities. But it's been around for like a few years now.
Yeah.
And it was a booming industry in Cali.
Straight out of Cali.
Yeah, straight out of Cali. I heard it goes back to the flavored oxygen bars in Japan. I guess they had flavored oxygen. You can just inhale it. I guess that's where the idea must have came from.
So what are the tobacco companies saying about this?
Oh, it's definitely gonna affect the sales of tobacco.
Yeah,
cigarettes they don't taste that great. Yeah, there's people who love tobacco, love the smell, the aroma, everything. But there's so many different options of flavors, and you could change it up. You can get a tobacco one if you want. I've seen a popular brand out here that we have is a Du Maurier and Du Maurier's and Belmont's in Canada, and I've already seen e-liquid flavors for that. I haven't tried them, see how legit they are, but I'm sure they're good. But they're not like official Du Maurier brand e-juice or Belmont. Like some third-party company try to replicate it. Yeah, it's a little different.
No, I blew through my nose.
Yeah,
I held it in my mouth, and I was like, I wonder if this will work. I blew through my nose, and it went through like. But yeah, what were you saying?
Oh yeah,
I can smell it too now. Oh yeah, it went through my nose. Sorry, what were you saying?
So yeah, another flavor I have here is 5-Pon, and these are like one's like. Or this other one, Velvet Cloud, is like 100% organic, and this one's a 50-50, so it's half VG, half propylene glycol. And this one, the more PG, obviously, the more intense the flavor will be.
Yeah.
And this one's also a 0. 5-Pon's, great company, expensive, but their flavors are just awesome.
I love how there's like a little tiny screen on this too, on your little.
Oh yeah. Thing here. So yeah, back to the mod, I guess. So Sal's holding it currently.
We're kind of going all over the place and just, talking about vaping.
Yeah, just vaping, covering all grounds, I guess.
Vape. Well, yeah, I want people... Well, because, you know what I want? I want you to, like, a part of every podcast, we can have a thing where, like, you're just talking about your newest flavor. Yeah, because maybe we can go from there. Maybe if you could, like, yeah. Yeah,
because people would want to
You'll be, yeah.
I could always keep up with this stuff. I still do. Like
everyone, yeah. Exactly. Everyone loves Amanda's rants. Everyone might like your vaping stuff. Mm-hmm. Your vape promotion.
Of course, yeah.
Totally with the times, bro. I don't know what I'm going to be, but...
This podcast with the times. Yeah, they're booming right now.
Well, dude, like, podcasts are going to be huge soon.
Yeah. They've been huge.
Well, they're getting bigger because they're going to be in cars, too. Like, they're making cars with the dashboard, with the podcast dashboard.
They don't have that?
No, like, they're integrating. Yeah, they're going to be integrated more into cars. But yeah,
because that would completely take over radio, Like, if you had a choice to go look up on, like a podcast thing.
On-demand radio.
Yeah, like a satellite podcast.
yeah, exactly, yeah. It's like it's doing what Netflix did to movies, but to radio, basically.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But, what were you saying? We're kind of just going all over the place.
Yeah, I know.
Next time we'll have like a structured breakdown. We're learning. We're getting there.
No, of course.
So, Mike, why would someone want to get into vaping? Like, what's the appeal of it? What is it? What is it basically in a nutshell?
Yeah, that is a very good question, and people definitely want to know that. But aside from just like an alternative to quitting smoking, like that is the angle a lot of stores take. Mm-hmm. Like you were saying earlier, how you would definitely take it as like if you're having a craving for like a quick snack or sweets. You take that quick little
tasty vapor. Yeah,
tasty vapor. You inhale some tasty vapor. Definitely be good for that. It definitely curbs your appetite. I feel that for sure.
That's pretty cool. So there's a lot of research you can do. There's a lot of like starting based like models and stuff you can get for it, and there's different like ways to do it. So researching is cool. If you're really into it, you'd research it, and you could look up, probably like online what would be good and stuff. But
yeah, like
someone's not just gonna go and drop cash on like this and not know how to like do all this stuff with it. Maintenance and stuff.
No, yeah, it is. It at first there is a lot of maintenance, but now the industry is like developing a lot more. There's less and less maintenance. It's a lot more simple than it used to be.
True, yeah.
Like another good reason for someone to get into it, there's a couple of store owners and actually a lot of people that have read little stories from other companies on the internet. They were chefs before, and they have a really, they're chefs. They're certified striped chefs. They're very good at tasting and smelling things and creating flavors. But they just, stopped being a chef in a kitchen, opened up a vape shop, and they're selling their own flavors.
That's amazing. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like when they tell me that they're a chef,
craftsman.
Yeah,
of a craft.
What was it called? The main guy, he was a chef. He wasn't even smoking. and he just saw it as an opportunity, and then he fell in love with it. And his brothers and his friends were smoking, and they got in on the business. And now they're not smoking cigarettes. He loves chef. He loves chefing. He loves food. He loves cooking. He loves taste and flavors. He found a way to channel that some other way.
That's amazing.
I think that's really cool.
And I like how there's like a lot of like different, like there's a lot of vape shops opening up too.
Yeah,
like they're just coming out of nowhere. Like there's the one that opened up in Hamilton was a Sovereign Lounge.
Oh, Sovereign Lounge. Yeah,
Shout out, I guess.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah.
They were cool.
Yeah, I remember guys. I like them there. Sovereign's a good store. I've been there quite a few times.
Other places you can mention?
Yeah, Dundas is definitely my favorite. Dundas, the one in Dundas. Sorry,
it's called Dundas, or is it in Dundas?
That's what my buddies call it. It's called the Vapor Bar in Dundas.
That's cool.
And they have a great selection of flavors, like a good selection of hardware. That's where I got my box mod.
Right on.
But they're just consistent, you know, they're always in stock, and every time I go there, they have the flavor I want in the amount with the amount of nicotine that I want. Though I ask them to recommend me something, and it's always good.
Oh yeah, because they love what they do, I guess.
Oh no, they definitely do.
And they're probably making good money from it too.
Yeah, the owner of that store, I only talked with him briefly about it, but
Let's get him on the podcast.
Yeah, get on the podcast, yeah.
Next time you're there, tell him.
But he was living in California, doing some skateboarding designs and artwork stuff. And obviously in California, it was starting up out there, it was getting big. At one point, I think last year, 2014 or 2013, it was $1 billion industry.
Wow.
So, yeah, I guess he saw it as an opportunity and brought the culture over to our city when he moved back to Hamilton.
That's amazing.
So, like, when he told me that, and he had, like, the coolest store, he had the best flavors. Like, he has 5 ponds. They're straight from California.
Oh, wow.
That's why they're from a city where it's booming. True. So that's why they have the greatest flavors. Yeah, like, he knows, like, what's good. That's pretty much what I'm trying to get at.
Maybe in the future we'll get some interviews with him.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I'll try to line something up. I'd love to.
That'd be amazing, yeah. And you know the right questions to ask because you're the expert on this, and people would want to
I definitely
hear what you have to say.
It would definitely be a very detailed interview, more thorough questions, and I'd have to ask him about the future of vaping, obviously. The future of it is going up. I don't see it going down at all. And back to what you were saying a little bit earlier, we got a little jammed up there.
Jib.
Cigarette companies, like, oh yeah, they're definitely hurting from this, but some of them have adapted.
Some of them are making vape stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Like
Marlo.
I can't even pronounce it right now.
People know what we're talking about. We're prepared.
Yeah, Marlboro. Marlboro is
come at me, bro.
Yeah, Marlboro from America. We don't have it here, but I hear they have their own like electronic cigarette alternative.
Bro.
There's one called Blue. A guy at my work was telling me. His wife is a consultant for the tobacco company.
Bro.
And they have this thing called Blue. It looks like it's a cigarette package, and you open it up, and the one cigarette is popping out, and the one that you take out is your e-cigarette, and then you put it back in the case to charge it, and it looks like a pack of smokes. So, like, you know, they're adapting, but the things they're adapting to is so old. You know, it's like the beginning of the industry, like the ones the cartomizers, the one that your mom has.
Yeah, because they want people to think that it's like the same thing as holding a cigarette. Yeah, exactly.
It's good that they're adapting to it.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like it's vaping now. It's not an electronic cigarette anymore. It's like It's a lot more established than what it used to be. And it's just cool to watch like something on the rise.
Yeah, it's true.
That's always been my thing. You know, like watching a scene grow.
Yeah,
and, like,
there's
music.
Everything now is on the rise though. If you think about it.
Hey, everything that we're aware of.
Everything, true. Like YouTube was on the rise for a while. Twitch is definitely on the rise. People like Twitch. People love Twitch.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Podcasts are slowly on the rise. A lot of people still don't know what podcasts are. Like, I still have to explain to people what podcasts are.
You know what? I think
they don't listen to the whole thing. Like, a lot of people just listen to the first 10 minutes of every podcast I do, and then they just tune out. Mm-hmm. But they don't get it. Like, you're supposed to like have it on in the background while you're doing things, going about your life, and a lot of people don't get it. You know what I mean?
It's true. Yeah, like it's good for walks.
yeah, exactly. You feel like you're. For me, it was good because I like when I was going through a lot of like hard times in my life. I like podcasts because like it'd be like I'm with people because you want to be with people when you're going through hard times. You know what I mean? Just kind of feel like you're hanging out with people.
Well, of course, we're humans. We're social.
Yeah, exactly. So it stimulates that part of your brain, I guess.
No, of course it does. Yeah.
So, but Mike, thanks for sharing your interest on vaping with us. I know in the future you'll eventually go back into it, and
Oh yeah.
People eventually get that you're the vape guy. It works,
It's definitely it's there's things to talk about now, but
yeah, exactly.
I feel like with time it's going to be so much more in depth, and eventually I want to have a nice setup in front of me, and like I can really give you a very descriptive like presentation of what is in front of us here. It's very basic right now, but yeah, we'll see what the future holds.
Yeah, you're a resident vape guy.
Resident vape guy. Oh yeah, you know what? I heard you're a resident Nintendo guy at a new podcast.
Oh yeah, I'm getting a lot of like love for the thing I just posted on my Facebook. But a while back I went on a podcast called Interactive Experience. It's a podcast I've been listening to for like a couple of years now. And I went to school with one of the guys who's on that, and I'm actually good friends with him. So that's how I got in. He kind of like let me come on and promote Just Sayin podcast.
That's awesome.
Didn't make sense why I would promote a podcast like this on a video game podcast, but I thought like, hey, I can come on and talk about video games because like I'm really into like I have a Wii U. I've been playing like Smash Bros and Mario Kart on it and loving life with it.
He has a Wii U.
It's the game system.
If you have a Wii U, you're a Nintendo fanboy. That's it.
Hey, well, exactly. At this point, if you own a Nintendo Wii U and you know that it's a different system than the Wii, it works.
Yeah, that's all you had to say to someone. It's like, oh, you like Nintendo? It's like, yes, I have a Wii U.
Yeah, that's so true. Everyone who has a Wii U is like saying, yeah, I love Nintendo games. Like no one buys a PS4 and says, I play Sony. I love Sony games. No one buys an Xbox. Like I love Xbox games or Microsoft games.
Yeah, you're actually right about that.
If you own a Nintendo Wii U at this point, you love Nintendo games, and I bring that to the podcast, and I guess they appreciate that because I'm like a different kind of voice to like the whole thing. Because we always have this thing where like, okay, what have you been playing? And everyone's like, oh, I'm playing Bloodborne, I'm playing Battlefield, I'm playing this. And when it gets to me, it's always like, I'm playing Super Mario 64 remastered in HD. What? I'm playing Mario Kart. Mario Kart DLC just came out. What's up?
I've been owning people with Mewtwo.
Yeah.
What about you, man? Oh.
Smash Bros.
Oh, League of Legends? That's cool.
And I always bring up like different games, like completely different games to what they were talking about. It's like, I'm playing Mario Tennis on the Game Boy Color on my 3DS. What's up?
Yeah.
And like I'm not snarky at all about it. Like I'm not like, my games are better than your games. I'm a super nerd. Like, you know what I mean? Like I legitimately enjoy playing Nintendo games, and I still have my Nintendo 64 hooked up, and I just bought a bunch of old school. We pitched in and we bought a bunch of old school Nintendo 64 games. That was good times.
Oh, you just reminded me. Yeah, you know how we couldn't get the Mystical Ninja because it wasn't there?
Yeah.
They have it at Big B.
Oh, we're gonna get it.
$29.99. We should.
I'll pay it. You don't have to tell me the price. I'm paying for that.
You get off at 4. I'll grab it for you tomorrow.
Yes.
We'll meet up tomorrow after your work.
I work 8 a.m. tomorrow, and it's like 11:30. We got to finish this.
Yeah, it's okay.
But yeah, Rabble Press Interactive Experience, new podcast I'm a part of. It's interesting. I like talking about video games. We're just a bunch of like-minded folks who get together and talk about video games we love, and I just everyone.
That sounds awesome. You definitely bring something to the table.
Oh yeah, as you can tell from my basement that I have like a lot of video game posters.
No, you have the collection to have.
They're all like, and like half of them, well, 2 of them are like you can only get them from like playing Nintendo games and like registering them on a website.
For this kind of position, like just walking into this room would be his resume.
Those guys never saw like my posters too, so I was like, oh, so that's why we brought you on the podcast and called you the Nintendo guy. Oh, okay, I
forgot those are the exclusive like Nintendo Club posters.
Yeah, exactly. I got that Zelda.
They're actually worth something.
That Zelda poster is like my pride and joy. Like,
yeah, it's actually good.
All in, and they got the old school Donkey Kong posters. And then like the anyway, we're talking too much about this, but yeah, Rabble Press Interactive Experience. Yeah, I'm part of that. It's interesting. It's good times. I look forward to having good discussions with them about video games. Yeah,
I saw the post and I checked it out briefly, and yeah, I like what I heard. I'm looking forward to the next one that you're in.
Yeah,
and we'll definitely post a link for the link lovers out there.
For sure. Only people who love video games, but I want this to be like a general discussion, like me and Amanda just talking about life stuff. But like as you can tell from like the video game side effects, I edit into this
Oh, of course.
I'm
it's
passionate about the video games and stuff. Yeah.
It's embedded in every fiber of your being.
Yeah.
It's like you grew up with it. I did too.
Yeah. You and your brothers would always like play video games and have fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good time.
That's what it's about.
that's where a lot of your music inspiration comes from too, when you with your music producing.
Oh yeah, I love chopping up game samples from any era, no matter what. Anyways,
for sure. But yeah, anyway, this is going on way too long. We apologize. Please subscribe on YouTube for Just Sayin Podcast if you want to hear more of us.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. The YouTube version of this episode will have all the links available.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll throw in a couple more that we didn't mention for the vapors out there. We'll throw in a link for Sal's podcast with Rabble Press.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, for sure we are.
for sure. But yeah, I look forward to the future of my podcasting stuff and things.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll get back to you next week. We'll keep you posted.
It's a weekly podcast, so we're putting stuff out every week. Tell your friends. It actually really helps out.
Yeah, no, we want to keep this going. So, and if you have any suggestions, hit us up.
Yeah,
if you like to hear something, if you like to hear an interview from someone that we can make possible, let us know.
Or if you want to be interviewed, I'm down with that. Promote your local business stuff.
Any feedback is appreciated. Keep it locked, and thanks for tuning in to Just Sayin Podcast.
Whoa, bro, that was an epic outro.
Peace.